Today I thought it would be fun to do something kind of the same but kind of different. I want to start a new series, which I'm going to deem as a slow declutter. So let's do a get ready with me where I shop my stash and I'm going to pull products that either I've never used or tried before or haven't reached for in so long I don't even remember. And then at the end, I will determine, do I want to use it again? Or is it so bad or I didn't enjoy it where I can simply say goodbye? And the majority of these products I received in either a mystery box or Ipsy, possibly something from Allure. But I'll see if my memory kicks in when I show the product. So let's start with priming. This here is from Laura Geller and it's the Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. I want to say I got this either as an add-on or in an Allure box, and or it might have been gifted to me in a subscriber mystery box. I don't know. If you remember, let me know. But let's just squirt some on, rub it in, and yeah, move along to foundation and concealer. Alright, so for foundation, I have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and this is in the shade Light. I probably even have a review video. I honestly don't remember. Thus, why I'm doing this video and what I'm considering a slow declutter. I own so much makeup. It's, you know, by the time I circle back to something, a year, possibly two, have gone by where I just have no thoughts whatsoever. All right, so I'm struggling to get it to pump out. Let's see, maybe it's a bad angle. All right, so the formulation is what I'm going to call thick. It's not really running down my hand. I've seen thicker, but she's pretty thick. All right, but when I feel it, it doesn't feel super thick. I don't know. All right, looks like a decent shade match. When I read the name Light, I thought, ooh, might be too dark, but if anything with my bright lights, it looks maybe a little too light. I'm going to start with a brush, and then if needed, I will grab a damp sponge. Well, let's see if I have any immediate first impressions, which I do. I'm going to need more. And it is interesting how on the back of my hand it looks decent. And in real life it's kind of leaning a little yellow. But on my skin it's almost like disappearing. Interesting. Okay, so disappearing, I don't mean because it's too light, meaning it's, I don't know, hard to explain. It's not sinking to my skin disappearing, it's just like disappearing. So let's go in with a second pump, get some up top here, and I'm wondering if the brush was picking it up. I don't know. And it's also very drying already. My skin doesn't feel dry, but it's looking dry on my skin. So I'm just gonna be quiet, speed through this part, and then we'll move on to concealer. Okay, I definitely feel that the sponge helped like immensely. It doesn't feel dry on my skin and it's looking less patchy and dry now that I've used the sponge. Okay, so this here is from a brand called TOYFACTORY and this is the Niablend Serum Concealer. I want to say I got this as an add-on for $3.50 from Ipsy. Yeah, looking at the size, I'm fairly certain. I love trying new concealers. I may have used this once, but again, I have no recollection, so just gonna squirt some onto my finger and let's see how she does. Now, it's about the same shade as the NYX foundation I just put on, slightly lighter. And I probably squirted way too much on. So I'm just gonna look crazy for a hot second here. I'm gonna take a little bit up top because I have discoloration, the tops of my lids. And since, wow, A little really goes a long way. I'm going to grab my sponge here and really press it in and try to blend it out. Let me know if you have tried this concealer, if you also picked it up, and if so, what are your thoughts? Alright, towards the end of the video, once the makeup sat on my face for more than 2 minutes, I'll be able to, give a better reaction and commentary to what my thoughts are. Now, I'm a little scared, but definitely I'm looking pasty pale. I'm going to warm up my face with this bronzer here, which is from a brand called Persona. Definitely, Persona is an Ipsy brand. This is their bronze multi-stick. That is what she looks like. So let me do a swatch. Ooh, okay. So she's very creamy. My ooh is, it looks a little dark for me and a little more orange undertone that I normally prefer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pile some on the back of my hand here, and instead of lazy girl styling it, because I have a feeling I will regret that, and instead I'm going to grab a brush and just grab some from here, and let's see if that will help me not, go too ham. Okay, that definitely helped me not go too ham. And on my face, maybe because I didn't go too ham, it is looking nice. It's not as, super orangey as I originally thought it might be. But the question is, will I want to keep it? I don't see myself reaching for it just because it's a lot of effort, back of the hand. Then I'm going to wash the back of my hand or find a makeup wipe, and gotta get a brush. And let me introduce myself. I am lazy and this definitely is not lazy girl approved. A stick is, but this application method not so much. Okay, I said I'd do this at the end of the video, but I can already tell after probably 5 minutes my under eyes are looking dry and very, very crinkly, creasy, and wrinkly. Not looking good, Toy Factory. Let me carry on, and then to fix it, I think I'll apply some under eye moisturizer, eye cream, because no. Can't be looking like that. I totally forgot to zoom in. Let me zoom in. Alright, so yeah, don't be scared. Now let's go for blush. So this is from Pat McGrath Labs, and it's her Divine Blush in the shade Nymphette. I'm pretty certain this was in an icon box, possibly an add-on, I don't know. So she looks really pretty. I just don't reach for it. Not to diss on Miss McGrath. I just own way too many blushes. Alright, let's try this. It's not super dense, but not super fluffy brush. Ooh, she looks very pigmented, so let's maybe try a little getting it off there. The goal of today is not to look like a clown. Alright, I may have been more scared than necessary, so let's try that again instead. Tap. Wish me luck here. Okay, yeah, it just looked super scary on the brush, but that is really pretty. I've already formulated my thoughts and opinions on this product. Can you guess what I'm gonna do? Alright. Very nice. Now for highlighter, I have a product here from JOUER. I do enjoy the packaging. It opens all the way up, has a mirror, but look at how light that is. Like, it almost looks white, but it has a very soft, barely there pink. Ooh, is it duochrome? Hold your horses. Interesting. Okay. So let's throw her on the face and see how she performs. I'm just going to use the brush I use with just about every highlighter. And let's see how it looks on the old face here. That is nice. It's very pink on the face. So I think it is kind of duochrome, or the type where like it looks like one shade, but then on your finger or on the skin, it's pulling, not duochrome, what's the word? Holographically kind of pink. I thought I knew in advance what I'd do with that one, but now I'm on the fence, and I've also lost, oh, there it is. Do you guys ever lose these little pieces of plastic that protect a product? Like you just take it off, set it down, and like 5 seconds later, you're like, where'd it go? I just had one of those moments. All right, I can't go a second longer without trying to fix my under eyes. This was not supposed to be part of this video, but I can't. This is the Orchid Stem Gel Magnolia Berry from WLDKAT. I got this in a Trend Mood box once. I have been milking this to death because I love it so much. It literally sits right here where I do my makeup, and it's the emergency gel cream for under eyes. It doesn't disturb any concealer or whatever. I can stick it right on top, and it just helps add moisture and smooth things over. Hopefully that lasts. All right, let's move on to the eyeshadow, which is 100%. I can guarantee if you've ever subscribed to Ipsy, you own this palette or a palette very, very similar to this palette. This here is from Iconic London, and this specific one is the Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. And what I found interesting when I grabbed it for this video is I've never used this palette. At least I don't think so. None of those pans look like any of my grubby fat fingers have touched it before. So let's dive in and put together an eye look. I'm going to go into this kind of peachy light shade and get that in the crease. Oh, she is super, super powdery. Watch this. I could tell before I even started doing that based off of how much crumble, and I can't even show you because it will fall all over the place, was in the pan when I just tapped my brush into the shade. So that is no bueno. Well, for making a mess, or I don't know. Let's not speculate. Maybe it looks beautiful on the actual eyes. All right, now I'm going to go into this deeper, more medium kind of salmon, tangerine, orangey type shade, and just get it more on the outer corner. And then also underneath my lash line. Yeah, she's, I didn't tap it off, and when I put it under my eye felt a poof of powder. All right, now I'm gonna use this shimmer shade here on the lid. Let's first try with my pinky and hope I don't do any fat fingering, because I don't know. I find topper shimmer shades tend to do better with a finger. Okay, that is very pretty and pigmented, meaning it's a little opaque. It's definitely a shimmer shade and not just like a topper shade, which I appreciate, although I think I'm gonna need to find another darker shade because that dark orange just kind of disappeared, but that's on me. Yeah, so let's just get that going. And what shade? Yeah, let's just go in with this brown because it's the deepest, darkest shade. Pretty much everything else is kind of light to a medium. So, not that that matters, but just if you like variation in your look, maybe, you know, this isn't the best palette for you, but you probably already own it, right? You subscribed to, or at least subscribed at one point in time to Ipsy, but let's just finish this eye look and then move on to, oh yeah, eyeliners and lip products. But before we do that, I actually forgot I need or want a shadow on my brow bone. Okay, and now on to eyeliner. Okay, who owns this? And if not, who owns any product from Wander Beauty? This is the Skyliner Duo. So there's going to be two pencils, one in a shade called Tan Line, which is a brown, and the other in Jet Black. Let me know if this is not from Ipsy. This screams a product from Ipsy. Oh, interesting. I see that because the pencils are very, like, barely any peeks out over this hard plastic. And, is it twist up? Oh, yay. I was like, that's going to be a pain to sharpen. So they're twist up. Okay. Lazy girl activity going on. And let me do a swatch in the worst spot ever. Okay, so we got brown and black. I have a different product that I'm going to be testing on the top of my eyelids. So let's see if this is like a gem of an eyeliner that actually functions by staying on my top waterline without going down. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, let's see in a few minutes if that transfers down. We also have a second appearance from a product by Iconic London. This is something I can't tell because it's written in gold font in old school, what do you even call that? When you don't print something, not calligraphy, what do you call that? This is Enrich and Elevate eyeliner and something, I don't know. So this is a dual-ended eyeliner. So one has what I consider kind of a thicker point, but I want to say that's the skinny end. Or not. No, that was the fat. Okay, thank God, that first one. All right, so there's not a huge difference between them, but ooh, one of them's kind of feathering bad, but it is what it is. So let's just shake it up because it's been sitting in my studio for way too long. So let's hope we don't make a mess because I have another video to film. Okay, good thing I didn't mess up. Yeah. So, oh, I already messed up there. I went too fat, which means I got to do the other eye over so that it matches. Maybe. Yeah. Just a wee bit. Okay, I'm going to stop there. And as I say stop, do a little more because... Alright. Usually black eyeliners, they have to be really bad for me not to like them. And I don't know why I thought this was going to be really bad. And thank goodness it wasn't. Not seeing any transfer yet. So I just grabbed one lip product because it's a lip gloss, but it's very opaque and pigmented. This here is from a brand that actually is old school. I'm talking old school. So let's cross our fingers it hasn't gone bad. It says Coastal Scents. Yeah. I was buying Coastal Scents before I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago. This is Lip Tube's lip gloss. Before this video, when I was pulling the products, I grabbed this because I was very curious. And I did a quick sniff. I did not smell anything funky. So let me first do a little swatch so you can see why I decided to pick this. Alright, do you see that right there? Look at how much pigmentation, but look at the shine, glow, and kind of shimmer. So let's find out firsthand. It's thick, and I squirted out way too much. Apologies if that looked not so good. Okay. Let me take my hair clip out zoom back out so I can give my final thoughts and opinions and determine what's gonna stay and what needs to be decluttered. Alright, so here's the final look and here are my final thoughts. The Laura Geller primer. When it comes to primers, I don't really reach for them all the time, and I consider this one just like a moisturizer, so there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm going to hang on to it for now. The Can't Stop, Won't Stop. It's honestly too matte for my liking. It's settled down, like I don't feel it on my skin. My skin feels a little dry. It's not drying it out, but I think I'm going to let this one go. This concealer from Toy Factory, the Niablend, pass. Thank goodness I only spent $3.50 to test it out. Way too dry. Makes my under eyes look crepey, cracked, wrinkly. No, thank you. This bronzer stick from Persona, I could get it to work, but I'm lazy and I'm not going to reach for it. So I'm going to say goodbye. Yes, that's what this is all about. Cleansing my hoard. The highlighter from JOUER. It is definitely holographic or duochrome, or I don't know. It looks white in the pan, but on my cheeks is very, very pink, which isn't a bad thing. It's just the holographic for my age group. I don't know. I think I can let this one go. Did you already guess what I'm going to do with this blush from Pat McGrath? Yeah, she's a keeper. Definite keeper. The eyeliners from Wander Beauty. I'm not seeing a transfer down, so I'm going to keep it, but I need to try it out again because honestly, I don't know how much of it actually I got on my top waterline. I mean, you saw me, but if she's doing as good as she is, I'm going to keep using it. So definitely it's a keep. The same with the Iconic London liquid liner. Nothing's transferring. It's a black liquid liner. Hello, I wear them all the time. As for the Iconic London, which is this Day to Slay palette, I only use, 4 or 5 different shadows. I want to give it another go. Is it horrible? No. Do I own way better palettes? I do. But in hindsight, I probably should have just stuck it in a giveaway pile. So for now, I'm going to hang on to her and just give her a few more goes before I make my final decision. And last but not least, the lip product from Coastal Scents. Let me just say, first off, I was shocked. It didn't smell funky. I think it looks beautiful. I love the color. I love the shimmer. What I'm not loving is how thick it feels. I'm one to purse my lips a lot, and she's so thick she's not letting me purse my lips easily. And in the corners, I feel like I need to scrape some off because I can actually feel it kind of piling up there, and it's just not comfortable. But she looks beautiful, so I'm like, But I just know me, sad. But I think I need to let this one go. She looks beautiful though, but comfort is key to me, and it's just not very comfortable. But I'm dying to know if you have this product or have had this product at any point in time. Do you remember when Coastal Scents was the go-to, it kind of, I don't want to say drugstore, but kind of lower end, but good quality makeup? Yeah. A definite blast from the past. So let me know what you think of this video concept. If you enjoy this, or would you prefer if I just literally held up every single product I own and said yes, no, or maybe? Because I can do that as well. And what I think I may do is hang on to these and put them in their respective category as no's. And then at some point in time, I can quickly and easily go, nope, here are all my no's, here are all my yeses. But let me know. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so that you're notified of future videos. And if you could do me a big favor, clicking the thumbs up, it really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.